Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring, best out of three falls. Donny and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of the sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the US of A.
I forgot to put it back up. I started it up and forgot to put it back up.
It's all good.
I had to look at my fantasy team to see how bad I screwed up this week. Oh my god, I got royally. Oh well, problem is I've got decent ones, like I got Josh Allen and Derrick Henry, but you know they're two people that, quite frankly, the teams jumped up so early. They didn't play a whole lot and they didn't do a whole lot, so they didn't give me no fantasy points. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Anywho, so we will put that away, and I don't want to talk to you no more on that. Anyway, so how was your weekend so far?
My weekend was pretty chill. Celebrated my brother's birthday, so I went out to Virginia to hang out with him.
Oh, cool. That's where you went yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's why I didn't do my show yesterday. There was just too much traveling, or like driving around in one day.
Where's he live? I don't mean to give it. What's his general vicinity of Virginia? How's that?
Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
he's down there by where I used to be stationed there, Fort Belvoir area. Then.
So yeah, and then spent the rest of the day, just hanging around playing video games. But that's about it. And now we're here. We're gonna talk about some sports and some wrestling. Randy.
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah.
We'll start off with the sports and get this out of the way quick, because obviously my Longhorns
get it off your chest.
My Longhorns won, so I'm happy. Cowboys won, so I'm kind of happy, even though I cussed
they
them the
won because
way.
I saw the text that it was looking like an ugly game.
It was ugly to start with. We have no defense. Tell you right now, Dallas Cowboys have no defense, and it was just downright ugly. It was 100% just ugly, and somehow we ended up getting. Of course, we got a kicker that could kick it the length of the field. He kicks a 64-yarder for us to go into overtime, and then finishes it off in overtime with about 2 minutes left, a little less than 2 minutes left in overtime, and he kicks a game-winning field goal. So that's what helped. Kicker. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, Dak and he did his thing, and they made the touchdowns and so forth. So on CeeDee Lamb, as far as I'm concerned, CeeDee Lamb's still ham hands to me. So I don't like his how can I put it? I don't like his playing style. Let's put it that way. You got to actually catch the ball to be actually paid, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, they ended up pulling it out. Defense, they took the lead with less than a minute left, right? 2 plays, I think it was 2 freaking plays from Russell Wilson, and they score a touchdown. literally launched out a long fourth down. It was fourth down, and he threw a touchdown pass.
Hmm.
I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. But luckily, Dallas was able to get close enough where Aubrey could kick the field goal, send it overtime, and then we go from there. So, all right, no big. But neither here nor there. I was like, God, it just seems like they're just horrid. And my Aggies, I say, I normally don't root for the Aggies as I am a Texas Longhorn fan, but Texas A&M beat Notre Dame yesterday.
And you're just happy to see Notre Dame get their asses beat?
Oh, you ain't just kidding. Anybody beats Notre Dame, I like, okay? I just do not like Notre Dame. Never will like Notre Dame. I didn't even like Notre Dame when Lou Holtz was the coach back in the 80s. So that'll tell you what I think about them. Outside of that, it's pretty much uneventful kind of weekend to me as far as sports go.
Where's Notre Dame?
It's in South Bend, Indiana.
They're in Indiana?
Yep. They're the only legit actual football program now in the U.S. that is technically still what's called an independent. They're not part of any conference at all. So they have to literally book themselves against every major program they can to actually be able to be ranked, because they're not really doing anything. You know what I mean? Don't have anybody to play to keep a schedule, and they don't have a conference championship. So they have to do something. Well, it bit them in the butt this time. Texas A&M 41, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 40.
Nice.
But it's exciting. I like good games though.
So what else happened in the world of sports, Randy? Let's
see. Not much really. Now that I think about it, there hasn't been a whole lot going on. I mean, I watched a little bit of the football today, but it's just so early in the season. None of it really amounts to a hill of beans other than just building your. Because I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago when we first did this. I said they need to do, but go back to 4 preseason games, because the 3 preseason games they do right now, starters are barely starting and doing anything. So when they get to the actual regular season, these first 2 games might as well be preseason games, because the starters are completely out of it. They haven't done game prep and actual game time. So they're not game speed. I don't know. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, unless you talk about like TCU beat the crud out of Abilene Christian, there's another Division I school beating up on a Division II or Division I AA school, if you want to call it that.
All right.
It's the slack time of year where they try to, a lot of the big programs try to get that little clunker, in that they're playing a little slack school so they can tune up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like the 2 weeks before, Texas took on Ohio State first, and Ohio State played Ohio yesterday, which that's not even that's not even a game. I mean, it was like 56-3 or some crud like that. But that's what they do. They got to get something in there to get a little tune up for the rest of the team. So it happens now. Other than that, what's that? Oh, wait, we did have a nice little boxing match last night. I saw. Did you hear about that one? Did you get to see any of it?
No. With who?
Crawford and Canelo.
Oh.
Canelo Alvarez versus Crawford. I think it's Terrence Crawford. Is that his name?
How's my man Canelo doing?
Canelo got beat by like a redheaded stepchild. He won 1 round. From what I saw, he won 1 round. He got absolutely pummeled. I mean, and Crawford just straight out you remember when who was the dude?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Damn, I didn't.
When Hector Macho Camacho, you remember when he was? You won't remember him, but I mean, he was in the 80s. I remember
him. Yeah,
you remember Camacho?
Yeah.
Well, when he came up, everybody thought, oh, this guy is this hot. There was the big pay-per-view. I think it was in '93, if I'm not mistaken. The big pay-per-view, him against Julio Cesar Chavez, and Chavez was still undefeated at that time. I don't know if he ever even retired undefeated or not, but the old man, senior, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., and Macho Camacho were going at
it. Oh, and Ricky Hatton just died.
Yeah, Ricky Hatton died 2 days ago or a day ago.
Damn.
I haven't heard exactly what happened. They found him dead, so I haven't heard the cause of death yet. So,
and he was only 46.
yeah, that's
not
what
that old.
sucked. And he had a good career too. I mean, he had a great. Honestly, he was a world champion in 2 different weight classes that I knew of. But yeah, between that and like I said, that's what what I saw of that match last night looked like. Because when Chavez fought Camacho, Chavez cut the ring off on him. Because Camacho was one of them dancers and runners and stuff like that. Camacho cut that ring off on him and beat him mercilessly for 12 rounds. I mean, it's one of the guy got even a shot in. But anyway, that's kind of what it looked like. I mean, Canelo did get a few good shots. He did win 1 round. I mean, he was not backing down, but he was just. I don't know if he's because he's older now. And Crawford's a little bit younger. I didn't even look at the age or anything like that. But it was not pretty. It was what I saw was not pretty, I should say.
Well, let's look it up. Crawford and Canelo ages.
Yeah.
$35. No, Terrence Crawford's actually 2 years older than him.
Oh, really?
Canelo's 35 and Terrence Crawford's 37.
I'm actually kind of amazed at that because Crawford looked younger. Honestly, what I saw last night, he looked younger than he was just, but he was that much better of a boxer. Honestly, last night especially. Now, will Canelo come back and fight again, or is he going to retire, or is he going to hook up with Golden Boy Productions and start helping him out with Oscar De La Hoya? I don't know.
Oh, he's a very disciplined fighter. I think if he really wanted to, like if he really put his all into it, and especially now that because Canelo's I would say he's like a very mature fighter.
Yeah, he doesn't rush into stuff. He does not rush in. I agree with that. And he's a good fighter. He's a real. I said at one time he was the best in the world, probably 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I thought he was. I thought nobody's ever going to beat Canelo because I even wanted Floyd Mayweather to come out of retirement just to fight Canelo.
And what do you think about that possibility of Mayweather fighting Tyson?
It's an exhibition, and quite frankly, Tyson's going to be winded by the 3rd round, so it won't.
He's going to be winded by the time he gets to the ring.
Well, if he don't do something better than what he did against Jake Paul, because quite frankly, Jake Paul just kept him at bay. Jake Paul didn't do anything strenuous with him. He literally just kept him at bay with jabs the whole way. And I'm like, I was waiting for Tyson to explode like freaking Tyson used to explode, and he just never did.
No, he's
too old. He couldn't even get close enough to do it. So,
yeah, no. People were like, "Oh, Tyson's back. He's gonna knock him out." I'm like, how old is he? 59 years old. I mean,
I think he is. I think that's what he is. 59.
No, I just looked it up. 59.
Yep.
Hey, it's them over here. We got some people.
Yeah,
here.
He's over on my channel though, not on the Ball Pit channel though.
No, I'm expecting most of the people would be.
Yeah, right
Mike
now.
Bothwell.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? We're talking about the fight from last night right now, and the Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford fight, which was, I don't know. Like I said, I expected it to be a little bit different. I didn't expect it to be as dominant. I really didn't. Now, we'll say this about Terrence Crawford. Usually, when a world title is beaten or he takes the title belts or whatever, later on the belts that he captured that night go back to the original champion because it's already personalized for him, right?
Oh, it's Tex.
Terrence Crawford actually went out of his way to go to the post hit to Alvarez's post match press conference thing. Went out of his way to deliver those belts back to him as a show of respect. And I'm like, dude, people don't do that in boxing anymore. He's a class. That's a class act. Yeah. That's a class act right there. That makes me root for him even more because it's not an ass.
Hey, Tex, what did you think of the Cowboys' performance today?
Well, before we get to that,
okay.
Oh, he's gonna start talking about me now. Watch this.
No, I was going to say before we get to that, I was going to talk about the boxing match last night.
Oh yeah,
and we were already doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I figured that's what y'all were talking about.
Yeah.
And the Camilo and
Crawford.
Crawford match,
Yeah.
fight. When the first, what was it, 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah.
I thought, oh, Camilo's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. He was getting completely outclassed.
And then, like the 4th or 5th round, I'm like, wait a minute, Crawford's gassed.
He looked it, didn't he?
He did. And I'm like, and me and my coworker were watching it, and he's watching, I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
And because I watched the first few rounds, I'm like, and I told him, I said, this is going to be a long fight.
Yeah. Nobody's getting knocked out.
And but then I watched Crawford land a few good ones. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I called it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And and he was like, and it was like 6th, 7th round, and I'm like, he's still in it, and Camilo's still in it, and I'm like, he rope-a-doped his ass.
Yes.
That's
he
what
got him gassed.
Yeah.
Counterpunch, counterpunching.
That's exactly what happened. To have it, and I'm telling you, you don't see many fighters, and I'm going to give credit to both fighters.
Yeah.
You don't see many fighters take that many good punches
and stay
in it, because they went 10 freaking rounds. That's 2 iron chins right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's no glass jaws involved in that fight, because the uppercuts they were delivering.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm talking not just an uppercut, I'm talking pow.
Yeah.
And then follow through, and then the body blows on top of it. I was like, holy crap.
I didn't think that Crawford was as good as he was until that last night, because I know how Canelo fights. I mean, if he gets hurt, he
followed either one of these fights.
Well, he gets hurt, and he turns into Roberto Duran, essentially, like you talk about, rope-a-dope and a counterpuncher. Okay, that's what he does. And once he gets you in, look out, he's going to tear you up. That's kind of what I expected to happen. It just never did. Crawford was smart. Crawford was able to feint a bunch of the stuff coming from Canelo. Canelo only won 1 round. I mean, he was not even going to have a prayer if he didn't knock him out in the 12th. But Crawford didn't shy away and run. Look what happened in the 12th. They turned into a freaking Donnybrook.
Man, I'm telling you, by the time the 9th or 10th round, well, especially the 10th, but the 9th round showed up and into the 10th, they were both gassed.
Oh yeah, they were hurting.
They
were hurt by that point,
because Crawford came out swinging so freaking hard, and but Camilo did the same thing. He was throwing some rocks, man. I mean, he was. But it was a damn good fight. Damn good fight, I thought. It was a very, if you're a fan of the brawl knockout type fight, that was not the fight to watch. This was a strategic fight, and that's not something you see from Camilo very often.
No, he tries to kill somebody.
Brawler, because that's, I mean, being from New Zealand and that Latin area, they're brawlers, and I'll tell you, this boy's got as much love behind him as Manny did.
Oh yeah,
does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If
they love that man.
If you've never, folks, if you've never talked to a Filipino that follows boxing and talked to them about Pacquiao, I mean,
he's the only one. He's it.
Man, if you could, the man's a congressman.
Yeah, he's a whatever they call it. Yeah, senator, whatever they want to call him. But Alexis Arguello was the same thing back in the 80s, and then he got out and he was Nicaraguan, and he became the mayor of I want to say it was what was the Nicaraguan city? I can't even remember the name of it, the capital city. But either way, he was and it's speculated how he was killed, but I mean, obviously,
Right.
he didn't. He tried to fight corruption, and the corruption got him. I think.
Yeah.
So,
Which it usually does. You know, my favorite fighter for a long time. Now, this is going back. Okay.
oh yeah,
Because I'm old enough to fart dust. So, but my favorite fighter to watch, the most entertaining fighter to watch, well, I had two of them.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray.
Leonard.
Yep.
Okay.
And Cooley. Because, and I'll tell you why I loved watching Cooley. Because Cooley's the only person I ever saw knock somebody out of the ring with a body punch.
Oh, Clooney. That was
Clooney. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that Larry what's his name? Who was
Almost
Larry Holmes? Yeah. Well, Larry Holmes beat him like a redheaded stepchild, knocked him out there. It wasn't George Clooney. It was Jerry Cooney. That was it. Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Clooney. Yeah.
Cooney. Yeah.
That's the only person I ever saw knock somebody out of the ring.
Yeah, I saw that too.
With a body punch. That boy was a beast. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He could take a punch. He could deliver a punch, but
he couldn't take it from Larry Holmes.
Well, the problem was he wasn't built for the long haul. He didn't go in there for the long haul. He was a brawler. He had a good chin, but he didn't have a great chin.
No.
And he wasn't strategic. He was like he was like Rocky Balboa without the chin.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
So
anywho. Yeah, so I mean I'm with you. I don't mind Jerry Cooney, but yeah, he was a flash in the pan. He was the great white hope, if you want to call it that, of that time.
Absolutely.
Everybody, and me and one of my cousins or my uncle, we had a bet on that fight. I remember this to this day. And I talked to my dad. I said, I'm gonna bet on Cooney. He said, "Don't waste your money." I was like, "What?" He said, "Don't waste your money. Larry Holmes gonna beat that boy like nothing." And sure enough, Holmes absolutely educated that boy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can say the same thing about Sonny Liston.
Oh yeah.
Sonny Liston took some people to school, brother.
Oh yeah, and beat the ever living crap out of him. But if you got past the 6th round, you were done. He couldn't hang with them. He hit like nobody's business
because he never had to go that long.
No, because he knocked him out in the first 5.
I can remember. And me and Bobby lived in the same apartment complex when this happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the big fight, big Tyson fight. We all went together. Now this is, because pay-per-views it was crazy then. You had to find somebody with cable,
closed circuit TV at that time. Right.
So everybody would pitch in.
Yeah.
Whoever had the biggest TV, everybody would pitch in, and we'd all go watch the fight at their apartment. Right.
Exactly.
So we did that, and it was over in the first round.
That was the Michael Spinks. I remember that because that was another one I had to
mad in my life.
Yeah, that was the Michael Spinks when he went in there, and Michael Spinks was supposed to dance around him, and Tyson 3 punches, and Spinks is on his falling through the ropes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
don't get me wrong, Tyson was devastating
at that time, especially.
Because the thing about Tyson, and I think a lot of people possibly overlook this. Because don't get me wrong, the man was strong as an ox, and he as far as punching power, but he was young.
Yeah,
and that has a lot to do with it. Because I got to tell you, coming from somebody that felt like they were 10 foot tall and bulletproof when they were young, about that age,
yeah,
I get it. The hardest punch I ever took was from a Samoan guy.
No, and, I ain't. We ain't dealing with Samoans or Fijians. Forget it.
Big Ben, you remember Big Ben?
Yeah, I remember Big Ben. He hit you.
Me and him got into it. I
don't want to know who walked away the win. Y'all probably both quit, didn't you?
Walked away.
Yeah,
and we were drinking a bottle of tequila straight out of the bottle one night.
There's the problem right there.
And well, yeah. And his girlfriend had broke up with him and she was pregnant. And I didn't know this.
Okay.
So we're in the backyard and we're drinking we're passing a bottle of tequila back and forth, which is not good. Okay. No. And we were almost the same. He had about 25 pounds on me, maybe an inch in height, something like that. And so we're in the backyard. We start wrestling, which wasn't nothing. We always did that shit. So we start wrestling. We go in the back door, wrestle through the house, out the front door, into the front yard, and we're still wrestling, right? And I remember that I went, just play it, right? Arms wide open, like this.
Oh, you probably just snapped something in him there.
Well, right before that, he had said, "Come on, animal," and I went, because I thought we were still playing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that switch had flipped. And he caught me with, and we were about 10 feet from the house.
Yeah.
Front yard. And he caught me with an uppercut with my arms spread out like this. And he caught me with an uppercut and took me off my feet. And the only thing that stopped me was the house.
Yeah. That's how far you went back.
That's how far I went back. And when I landed against the house, and I hadn't went all the way down. And I stood up and I looked at him. I said, "What the hell did you do that for?" That surprised him because he hit me with everything he had, and I wasn't supposed to be standing. But me and him were matched. I mean, we were evenly matched, man. And the poor guy, he felt like crap. He started bawling and squalling. "Oh, hit me back, man. Hit me back." I said, "No, I'm not going to hit you back. What's going on, dude?" And then we got to talking. Well, then I found out about his girlfriend and everything, and that was it. But that was the hardest I've ever been hit in my life.
Well, and quite frankly, you weren't prepped for it either. Well, a lot of times when you get hit, that while it wasn't quote unquote a sucker punch type thing, you thought you were still goofing around. He had flipped, and it was all she wrote. So,
but I mean, he didn't. I didn't go down.
No.
Well,
but I know the guy.
I didn't go down only because the house stopped me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you staggered though. You staggered.
But it didn't knock me out. I stood up, shook the cobwebs, and I was like, "What the hell?"
And he probably like,
I saw that guy. I was cruising around with him one night.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what these guys said, and I didn't mean to hijack the show. I'm sorry, folks.
No. You're good. Yeah.
But we just bullshit most of the time.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
We were cruising around one night, and these fellas hollered something at us as we were driving by. And, of course, Ben was not one to let that stuff drop.
No.
And so we whipped
fixated on stuff a lot.
Yeah, we whipped around and pulled in that parking lot, and he put this old boy in the hospital. He broke his orbital bone, and he only hit him once.
That's all it takes from that guy.
Yeah, he was at that point. I think Ben was 6 foot. I think 260 at that point.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
And I was what 5'11" and 230,
240, 250. Yeah,
240 max. Maybe something.
Yeah,
like I may have been 250 at that point.
I don't know. I think 240, 250 between that though.
40, I think maybe 235, 240.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, and I can say this, I've only been knocked out once in my life. And it was in a motorcycle wreck.
Yikes.
We were back behind a buddy of mine's house messing around, and I was riding a little 80. If you can imagine this shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, me. And there was a
and I could hear the squirrels in the 80 going, "Holy crap, get this son of a bitch off us."
But there was a little hill that went up from the back area that we were messing around with up until his pasture. It was about a 6-foot hill.
Yeah.
And wasn't like steep or nothing like that. It was just a whoop,
No.
But this little 80 and my big ass on it,
Did you get air?
Well, I tried to go up it 2 or 3 times, just kind of putting up it, and it would kill out and just roll back, right? Kill back and roll.
Gotcha.
And I've never been a bike rider, folks.
Me neither.
Tell you right now, I don't belong on 2 wheels. I do not. Every time I get on 2 wheels, something bad happens. So I took the hint and stayed the hell off of it. So I get pissed and I back up about 100 yards, and I just and I hit this hill and went airborne. Now, Scott was parked sideways on his bike.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I did it. Grace of God. Had to be. But when I went down and I had somehow kicked that damn little 80 sideways. And when I hit sideways, right in front of him, the bike took off again because I never let off the throttle. And took off again. And then for some dumbass reason, because I'm not a bike rider, I slammed on the front brake. And when I did, I went head over heels and I clipped my chin on the crossbar of the handlebars, that little bar that goes between the handlebars. Knocked me colder than ice. And I woke up and I was laid up like this in a mesquite tree that was about 8 feet tall, mesquite bush. And I'm like a pincushion, dude. I've got holes all in me. And,
100%.
Yeah, the bike's laying over here on the side and everything. Scott's waking me up. Are you okay, man?
Dude, you should have seen that.
But yeah, that's I remember looking down from the air and seeing Scott below me and the bike turning.
Oh no.
That's all I remember. Scott told me that I hit the ground, hit the front brake, and my chin hit that crossbar, and I sailed into the damn thing,
Yeah.
But
now
that's the only time I've ever been knocked out. Now I've had my bell rung. Don't get me wrong.
But knockout is a different story.
Knocked unconscious. That was the only time.
Now Donnie came to me with something earlier, and he's like, "Hey, we need to discuss tonight." What was that, Donnie?
Well, actually, before we go there, Tex, we got to do our recap. My first question I asked him when he came in. Give us your thoughts on the Cowboys this weekend.
Oh yeah, you straddle that one. So
yeah, I'm going to tell you something. This was the first game this was the first snap of football I've watched all year.
Well, me too. I looked at the other one and that was it.
And neither team really had a defense.
No,
they can talk about that line all they want to, but you don't have a 37-40 game.
No,
and have a defense on either side. You just don't.
No.
We got sacked. We got intercepted. Sure, but they got sacked but we didn't. I don't think we got any interceptions.
Yeah, we did. That last one, the one at the end of the second half.
Oh yeah. So
or was it? No, it was in overtime. It was the one in overtime.
Yeah, but I will say this. I mean, there's 2 people that stood out to me. That's Russell Wilson.
He still got it, doesn't he?
Well, this was a Super Bowl Russell Wilson that you saw today.
Exactly.
And Aubrey, our kicker. Holy crap.
Well, I'll tell you the one that stood out to me out of the Cowboys. Now, don't get me wrong, I always like Aubrey. He's my kicker every fantasy football. He's my kicker.
He nailed a 64-yard field goal today.
Yeah, to send it in overtime.
Yep.
To send it in overtime.
Or no,
he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He kicked the field goal in overtime to win the game.
Yeah, he did. 50-yard field goal, wasn't it?
But the one that stands out to me the most, I mean, and I like that Jadon Blue that Dallas drafted out of the University of Texas.
Uh-huh.
But Javonte Williams, that running back, number 33.
Yeah.
That little dude right there, I say little dude, he ain't real little, but
none of them are.
He reminds me He reminds me of when we first got Felix Jones, or because I don't want he's not no Marion Barber. I'm not saying that.
No.
But or he's more like a DeMarco Murray type thing. Okay.
Well,
He
they're
can
all
go
good
between the
till they get
tackles. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, that's like CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got his money last year. I ain't seen him catch a pass unless it was, a
He had
super
very
duper
good
effort.
today, but
He didn't do great. He didn't get in the end zone, and he dropped several that I saw.
yeah.
But he did catch a couple. Don't get me wrong, he did catch a couple. But I'm not going to be forgiving him for last week after what he did last week. I mean, he only got hit in the hands 4 times in the last 2 minutes and didn't catch a single one. He catches any one of them, and we win that game.
Well, but I'll tell you what. One thing that that I do, well, I believe this game would have been over if we hadn't lost our center.
Yeah. I mean,
because we had a fumbled snap.
Yeah.
You can't have a fumbled snap that late in the game after losing your center and can't and not say that was part of it.
No.
Because people and that's one of the problems with a lot of football fans. They do not realize the importance of a good center.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Jeff Saturday was probably the greatest center ever.
Yeah. Or one of them anyway.
Well, I think he was the best ever. I mean, I was always a big fan of his. But the center
I was a big
responsibility
for me.
Huh?
Mark Stepnoski for me.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I won't say he was the greatest ever, but
so the center's job is to protect the quarterback, right?
Well, yeah, but he's also got to give him the ball.
Yeah, he's directly in front of the quarterback, and he's the one snapping the ball to the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, he's also checking the line.
Mm-hmm.
He's protecting both sides, weak side and strong side of the quarterback, depending on the play.
Yeah.
Right. So if you lose your center, you lose your center, because if you don't have a strong center, you have an open gap right up the middle towards. God help
the quarterback
if they're running a good nose guard.
Oh yeah, they're running a good 3-4. You're screwed.
You're screwed because if you don't have a center that can handle it, if you don't have a center that can handle a double team, you're screwed.
Yeah, plain and simple. Because in a 4-3, he's going to get both tackles most of the time.
Right.
And in a 3-4, he's going to have a big boy nose tackle he's going to have to deal with, and hopefully able to push him out the way. That was what I liked about Stepnoski, because he's a low center of gravity and stronger than anybody ever thought he was.
When I played, we played both sides of the ball, and I played I was first string nose guard, second string center.
Yeah.
So but it's
that was just ugly.
Such an important role.
And
guard guard's next, because your weak side guard, you better have a beast and a smart one.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a dumb fella on that side.
No, because you can't put a dumb fella anywhere up on the daggum line of scrimmage. Quite frankly, because they've got to know how to react to the way the other side's coming at you and use their common sense. And there's so many of them that get stuck in a play.
I'll say this: if you've got a smart guard, you can have a not so smart tackle next to him. Because
because your left tackle, all he's got to do is make sure nobody gets around the outside. Yeah.
And I'm just saying that by experience. I'm just saying, and not my experience, my son's, because my son played football, and I'm not going to name any names. My son played football with high school football with a guy. My son played guard. This guy played tackle. This guy went on to win a Super Bowl ring. Okay. And every time after ready, break, he looked at my son. Who do I block?
Well, yeah, and but see, that's the thing. You know, I mean, you got that because the center's going to call the gaps when he gets up there and lines up. He's going to call the gaps, and the guards have to make sure that the tackles know what's going on.
Right, right.
Because they can't see the center when they line up. They can't see the center. So
well, no, but they should know the play before they line up.
Well, yeah, but if he's got to change the call on the gaps, though, they got to be able to know it.
That's a little different, but
not calling an audible.
You should still know if if you mishear or don't hear the quarterback or whatever. I get that, but for every play after you holler break and turn around and you're asking somebody,
you're doing that. Hey, dude, you need to start paying attention.
You don't know the play, So there's that. But
man, we've been going 40 minutes already. What the heck?
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we get to our fun stuff.
My son was recruited by KU as an offensive lineman and turned
Kansas
and turned it down.
And
why?
Well, it wasn't his love.
Oh, he didn't have the passion for it, really. He liked playing, but he didn't have the real passion for it. Then.
Right. And so he got another scholarship to go for what he loved. So
there you go.
I don't blame him. He went to a women's university. I asked him, I said, why are you going to a women's university? He goes, Dad, it's 15% guys.
Yeah. He's looking at you like, I have to answer this question.
Right. Well, I mean, there's certain questions you have to ask,
Yeah, I get it, but first time he looked at me and says, "Hey, I'm going to mostly predominantly women college." Understand? Gotcha. Just come back with the degree and not syphilis. All right, got it.
Here's a question from Nemovir. Will lacrosse ever be a popular sport?
Not here.
No. I don't think it's really popular a whole lot of places. Really.
Because it's really a cool sport.
Oh yeah, and exciting if you're watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you know what's going on. I love watching hockey, but I have no clue what they're doing. But I don't
just wait for the fight.
I like going to watch it.
Put them into the boards and stuff like that. I mean, that's the best part of hockey.
Well, I mean, you go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a different animal when you watch hockey on TV. Okay. If you want to watch hockey, you got to be in the arena. There's no other way to watch it. Honestly.
To me, it's the same thing with baseball.
Yeah, I'll watch it in the stadium all day long.
I cannot, but I go to the stadium and it's totally different.
Exactly, because it's the atmosphere is totally different, and
it is.
Quite frankly, I don't go to the major league parks at all. I'll go to a minor league park long before I go to a major league park any day. It's just more fun.
With me, rodeo. I don't really enjoy watching on TV, and I don't really like going if I'm not behind the chutes.
Yeah,
because
working with the cattle and stuff.
Yeah. If I'm not behind the chutes, either running steers or pulling cinch or something like that, I don't want to go because setting up the stands and waiting to win a pair of Justin boots is not my game. I'm just
no.
So being a spectator for a rodeo isn't that fun?
Oh, some people get into it. It's just us.
Well, I'll tell you this. For people that have never done it, but when you've done it, you want to be back there so bad.
Yeah.
You want to be doing it so bad. It's crazy. There's no way in hell I could ever do it again. No way in hell. I'm too broken up from doing it when I was younger. But
I never did it, period.
Yeah. Well,
I need to ask you guys this question actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
For both of you, because you're both Texans and you're both let's just say very different from me in my upbringing. Just out of curiosity, have either of you ever been to a monster truck rally? And what are those like?
Absolutely.
Yes. What are because I remember as a kid, I would see these monster truck rally commercials on TV and they had like Bigfoot.
Uh-huh.
What was the other famous one? Other than Bigfoot was like the main
Well, Bigfoot was made famous from the movie,
Mhm.
and but you had Taurus, you have Gravedigger was a real famous.
Gravedigger was the other one.
Yeah,
Gravedigger was a big one for a while,
yeah.
Mm.
long time.
You had several of them, but you had Taurus and like I said, Gravedigger. But yeah. So
What
what
are
was your
those monster truck rallies like?
Loud,
Loud.
loud.
You take you a pair of headphones. You
Yes.
take you a pair of earmuffs.
Yeah, you got to.
Because and I've been to more tractor pulls than I have monster truck rallies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they kind of were
Because-
one and the same. The ones I went to. So
Because when I was in school, and Randy got the tail end of this,
Mhm.
but when I was in high school and I was in FFA, which is Future Farmers of America and ag class.
Yep.
We went on one of our field trips was to go to a tractor pull. Okay. Now,
What exactly is a tractor pull?
okay, well it's these hopped up freaking tractors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Loosely tractors, called them tractors.
Yeah, that's a
tractors that may have anywhere from 3 to 5 engines
Yes.
on them. And I'm talking big V8, 454, whatever.
and they look like
Yeah.
dragsters. They look like
Yeah, they
dragsters.
look like dragsters. And they're pulling a weighted sled to a certain distance. Okay.
Okay.
But that's the whole
That's
they
the whole
have
point of
different
it?
classes, of course, but yeah, that's what a tractor pull is.
So
Mhm.
you're supposed to like marvel at how much weight they could pull, I guess.
Well, and as you pull it, the sled digs in too.
Yeah.
So it's not like it gets heavier and heavier as it goes.
Right.
So it's a test of how much that particular tractor can pull and how far.
Right.
And if it could do it, then you got the next one behind it trying to do the same thing and get further.
Right.
Problem is, those 8 engines that they got on that thing all synced up and all running are so loud.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fillings are going to come out of your teeth
Yeah.
while you're sitting there.
I mean, you're feeling stuff hit because you're talking about like 5 454 or 350 engines, or
it's like infrasound.
Yeah. Or aircraft engines. A lot of them run twin aircraft engines.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen that one too.
It's insane.
I mean,
so
think about think about the Munsters car when Herman Munster take off in that car and those pipes would blow the flame out. That's exactly what you see out of these daggone tractors.
Think of a dragster, one of the, what do you call them? It's not Formula One. It's
not the funny cars, but you're talking about an actual dragster. The nose drag.
I mean, they're kind of the same, but the dragsters that have the long wheelbase and the small tires and the big tires in the back, it's the same. It's the same.
The ones with like the parachutes to brake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these things don't get me wrong. If they weren't lashed on that sled, they'd take off.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no telling what happened.
Yeah. But they have to wrap these engines because in the 80s, these engines, when they would blow, and blow apart, they killed people in the stands.
Yeah. It sure as hell would.
Yeah. It actually happened. But
anyway, what were you going to ask before?
So what exactly happens at a monster truck rally? Like, what do they exactly do?
They have a course that they run,
Yeah.
and you're trying to beat the time, and get so many points by jumping and doing certain tricks and stuff. Running over cars and stuff like that. And I mean, back in the day, it was just running over cars and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Now you got these trucks doing back flips and front flips and everything else.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's
insane. And it's a full blown obstacle course. I mean, you go over some cars here, but you got to make the turn, and then you got to go over the moguls essentially, like you're a freestyle skier type thing. He has to do that. Then he's got to go around and usually have one big jump and hope that damn thing doesn't come completely apart on you when you land.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's a wonder these guys are able to control it at all, honestly, because of how much bounce and how much reaction time they have to have on that thing.
Yeah,
because it'd be ugly quick if you ain't careful. It really could.
All of them now are, you know, that's why if you can find some back in the day, back in the 80s and stuff, and then watch them now, the technology,
is no comparison.
Yeah, no comparison, because now they're all center console, all drive, all wheel drive, and all this kind of stuff. But back then it was just like grab a deuce and a half, trick it out, and put this frame on, or put this body on it. That's exactly what it was. And
I mean, look at the original Bigfoot. The original Bigfoot was actually a Ford F-150.
Yeah,
it really was. You could get in it, ride it all around everywhere you wanted.
Yeah,
it didn't have all the crap that it just had the big lift and everything.
Yeah. It had tractor tires, but they were just big tractor.
It was a Ford F-150 with tractor tires, essentially, was what it was.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what? Now you got me curious.
So,
original
monster truck rallies are like pro wrestling for machines.
It really, honestly, you get some of the crowds at it. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. They follow those trucks like we follow wrestling.
Well, that's where I would see all those commercials growing up as a kid. I'd be watching WWF in the 80s.
Yep.
And then all the commercials would be like commercials for monster truck rallies, like Bigfoot and
big thing.
Digger.
I don't think they're as big anymore, but
I used to think they were cool though. They used to sell their toys too.
Yep.
Show them running over cars.
Come to think of it, I'd gotten one for my grandson way back when, probably the late 90s. I got a grave digger for him because that's what he wanted. He wanted a grave digger.
So this is the original Bigfoot. That's nothing.
That's it. No. That's just a double thumper Holly on top of probably a 460.
Yeah. That is nothing compared to what today's look like.
Sunday.
Dang right, yeah.
But and see, that's my favorite. That was my favorite truck for
forever. But that was the only one we knew too at that time.
Yeah.
And then, but going to these the thing about going to the tractor pulls were your John Deere guys against your Ford guys against your International Harvester guys. Those were the three big ones. Okay. Well, then Kubota came on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because Kubota, however you want to say it.
Kubota. It's still Kubota. I don't care who the hell says it. It's Kubota. All right.
But that was kind of the invasion of the foreign car thing with on as far as the tractor pull side of things went. Okay. And a lot of the John Deere guys, Ford guys, and International Harvester guys that were, these were American. It was a lot of people had a problem with it.
No, it was just like NASCAR.
Oh,
NASCAR. It was Chevy, Ford. You never even heard out of Dodge really a whole lot though.
Well,
but Toyota started coming in the last several years. Toyota started taking some stuff. So
what I'm waiting on? And I was thinking about this on the way home the other day. Actually, it might have been this morning when I was coming home from work. I'm thinking, and I don't know why. I was thinking about monster trucks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, I know what it was because a smart car went by me. I'm like, man, I want a monster smart car. But I haven't looked. I don't know. It may be out there nowadays. I don't know. But when are we going to see the first monster? What do you call it? Damn thing that nobody likes.
Oh, the Tesla.
Yeah,
the Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. When's the first monster Cybertruck going to come on the scene?
Well, let's see. Consider a Cybertruck by itself right now can get out there and has to be hauled out by, as Lewis Black said, Look at the pretty Cybertruck having to be pulled out by the big bad F-150.
See, and I wonder if it will have to. Oh, they do have it. Oh my God!
You got to be shitting me.
No, I am not.
They've got a monster Cybertruck.
I don't even want to think about it, dude.
Cyber Bigfoot.
Hang on.
No, hell no. That looks like Bigfoot grudge fucked a damn DeLorean.
Got to show this to everybody here.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. That's a daggum not even a prototype. It's a freaking drawing. What a joke. Look at the tire on top.
What's the name of it? What did they name it?
It's named a drawing.
No, they have. I mean, there's a video here of it going through the courses.
Okay, send me the link to that video. I want to see it.
You know what they should call it? They should call it Ed 209. Because that's what it looks like.
What?
Ed 209 from RoboCop.
See, this is made by Shibak 3D. It's a 3D model.
But yeah, it's called Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's called Cyberpunk. Is what it is.
Jeez. So this is a concept. It's not they didn't actually build this vehicle.
Oh no. They've got
Cyberpunk
truck. That's what it's got painted on the side of it.
I don't see.
Crap.
I don't see anything like that. I don't know where you're seeing it.
Like I've seen everything now.
Well, just type in Cyberpunk truck.
I just did.
Cyber monster truck. Sing doing high jumps at the monster truck rally, and on the side of it, it's silver and in green. It's got Cyberpunk painted on the side of it.
I know what you're looking at. This is obviously it's a custom. I think.
Yeah. But see, they do have another one.
They got it. I'm looking right at it. I'm watching it do the thing. That thing's about to fall over just by looking at it. And they put an engine in it. They just put the Cybertruck body on it. There's an engine in it.
Yeah. See, and that was my next question. You know, are they going to try to do this with the running the actual,
Well, I'm trying to look. They're saying it's electric. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm looking right at the damn, what looks like pistons and exhaust. I see 1, 2, 3. I see 3 batteries on this side. No, there's I guess it could be maybe, but I don't think so. Either way,
they have one on tracks too.
That is an abomination, and it needs to be destroyed.
Now I'm seeing an image of the heavy militarized Cybertruck.
I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't even want to talk about Cybertrucks. I'd rather talk about wrestling. Are we going to talk about wrestling tonight or not?
We might not, because we've already gone an hour. We haven't even brought up wrestling. It's okay. We can do it next time.
No. Tex got in here and just took over and did what he wanted to do. It's all right. It's okay.
It's all good.
No, hell no. I'm going to give him hell about it. You be quiet. I'm going to give him hell about it. That one, though, that being said, though, Nemo did have a question I got there earlier.
Any new sport, huh?
What's
Any new sport on the horizon? Freaking pickleball.
That's not new.
Well, it's new to me.
Dude, that's been around for more than 10 years now.
Once again, that's new to me. Okay, basketball. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
The biggest new sport that I'm aware of is that power slap sport. You guys have seen that one, right?
Oh, that is so stupid.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I couldn't do it because, quite frankly, he better knock me the fuck out.
Well, a lot of them do.
They do, yeah. See that? I'm like, and you're asking for the shit. You're asking for it. I'd rather be in a boxing match. Okay.
Oh, me too. Me too. I am not gonna let. No, I can stand a lot of things. Being slapped ain't one of them.
No, that's one of the switch flips on that one.
Now, I will tell you this: being slapped by a woman is one thing. Being slapped by a man, whole different ballgame.
Yeah, that like I said, it flips the switch. It really flips the switch. So
you slap me. If a man slaps me, it's yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I don't even understand pickleball yet. I haven't even seen pickleball. I keep hearing people talk about it.
It's a cross between table ping pong and tennis.
Then it makes absolutely no sense to me. Play tennis then.
Okay, so y'all were talking about new sports, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something called aqua cricket.
Oh, I've heard about that. I've heard about that. That will never catch on, though. I think somebody's going to drown trying to do that crap.
You have arm ball, which is football without kickers.
What?
That's what it says. Balloon
I don't know.
tennis.
Yeah. So, quite frankly, new sport on the horizon. We're gonna have to wait and see because, like I said,
another new sport that I've seen recently. It's MMA. It's in an octagon, but they're all dressed up in medieval armor and weapons.
Oh, I heard about that one. I saw something about that the other day on Facebook. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool, actually. I can just see somebody, now it depends on if they do like SCA, the reenactment people do, with the broadswords and such. That is something that it'd be cool to watch. I mean, because I've watched jousts before, but you got to be so careful with that crap. You really do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But to see somebody in an octagon that are they using maces and shields?
No, they're using like swords and shields. But the thing is, like, the whole point of like medieval plate mail armor is to make swords effectively useless.
Yeah.
You got to use like a mace or something, but they don't use those.
Well, they won't
that
allow
would
you
be
to do
really
that.
dangerous. Yeah.
They're not trying to penetrate each other's armor. They're trying to just knock the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Because
they want to cause concussion.
Weapons are gold and blunted. I mean.
Oh yeah. Yep. And SCA was always about the art of it. You know what I mean?
The art.
The art of the sword fights and such like that. And jousting as well. But I mean,
there's a
Renfest. There was a Renfest here too, Mickey. At one time.
Okay, so you have. Oh my God, there's so much crap out here. I dig this one. Battle boats. It's
like battle bots. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
No. This one's loosely based on American football, played in a pool, and you ride inflatable animals.
That being said, I did see, actually, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, a replay of something on one of the sports channels. I was sitting there looking at it. It's like, they're actually showing lingerie football. They were showing actual lingerie football. I think it was on either Fox Sports or one of the ESPN channels. I can't remember which now.
Well, they used to show it back when the Dallas Diamonds were a thing.
Yep.
And,
well, I was sitting there watching it though, and I was like looking at it, like I never really sat down and watched it. And I like looked at it, like these girls are gonna really get hurt doing this.
Absolutely. Because they don't wear nothing but shoulder pads and a helmet. That's it.
And I'm like, your skin is gonna get ripped to shreds on this damn turf.
And I'll tell you what, the gals that play offensive and
they're
defensive
tough.
line, that's tough.
Oh my God, they're tough.
I do not want nothing to do with them. Here's blindfolded wrestling ball.
What?
Yeah, combines elements of wrestling and being blind and ball sports. That's all it says.
So in other words, you get a blindfold on, you try to rack the person next to you.
No, it's wrestling.
Okay, once again, but you said
Blindfolded
something about
wrestling.
ball. But you
Wrestling
said
ball.
something about ball sports, and I'm like, okay, so you blindfold, try to rack the person next to you. grab him, hold him, try to knee him, try to punch him, whatever in the nuts. Oh yes, Nemo. Hey, I watched the show. I watched them when they were live back in '85 and '84.
I love me some Glow. Yeah,
Glow used to be the shit.
Here you go. Cans and tires. It's a version of bowling. It's a version of bowling in which players roll a tire at soda cans.
We used to play that on top of hills. We just didn't want to go down and get the tire to bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a break on this one and say, okay, Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Y'all do realize that Tina Ferrari was Ivory in WWE, right?
Oh yeah? I didn't
She
know
was
that.
She was the head face, if you want to call it that, for Glow back in the day. And yeah, she became Ivory in the WWE.
I remember watching the documentary about all those ladies like finally doing the reunion and stuff.
Oh yeah, when you had Matilda the Hun was there. They were bringing.
That's the
they
best
actually
name.
went to the actual, and she just passed away a short time after that too.
Yeah.
But they went and got Mount Fuji. They went and got Mount Fuji from her hospice area or assisted living place. And they brought her in too. And I was like, that is cool. You guys got to bring her in, because she was like, all of them said that she was the heart and soul of the damn thing. You know what I mean?
She was the Andre the Giant of that whole.
Yeah. And her and Matilda had some great battles, honestly. Yeah. It was a joke. Don't get me wrong. It didn't look real. They were bad sellers, but it was the most fun you could ever have watching ladies wrestling at that time.
Well, Tex, did you watch the Netflix show? Glow?
Yeah, I watched them.
I watched some of it, but I haven't watched, like
first two seasons were great. The last season sucked.
Yeah.
I will say this about women's wrestling, that the only problem that I have really with it is that because of the smaller statures, right? And you see this a lot of times with smaller stature male wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ring is geared toward bigger male wrestlers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And you can tell that the timing is different because they don't. Yeah, because I mean the moves take too long to develop, and all that kind of stuff. I wish they would put them in a smaller ring. I think.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That only applies to the ones that are really, for lack of a better term, more green, I guess you might say. Because you watch
No. Because I've watched veterans that are just they're not good at all. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know who that is because quite frankly, Charlotte Flair, I'm just going to name names. She has issues at times because she gets lost in the ring sometimes, I do believe. Yeah. But when she's in there with somebody that knows what they're doing and stuff, she could put on a humdinger. I mean, don't get me wrong. But you watch Io Sky now.
Oh man. Oh,
Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's the one that she has not lived up to the potential she had.
Well, I mean, those wrestlers, to Texas' point, they came up in Stardom. And in Stardom is an all-women's league, and they actually do have rings that are more appropriate to the size of the women.
But they learned how to work the WWE ring too, though. I mean, Asuka's a prime example. Asuka can move in that. She can make that ring just. I'd be afraid to. The ones they get behind, like Nia Jax, which I love Nia Jax. Don't get me wrong, she's a great heel. But Jade Cargill's still so green. You have to wait for everything to develop around her for her to do a move.
Who is? I'm going to have to look them up because I can't remember their names. But there was one, and I can't remember. I've always been a Bailey fan.
Yeah, Bailey's always good. She puts on a good show.
I used to be a huge Becky Lynch fan.
Yeah, she's more character now than she is anything else, though.
I don't know what she's done, but she looks horrible.
She's lost weight to the point she couldn't see straight.
Yeah, well, see that
she looks skinny compared to what she did when she first broke in.
Yeah, she looks horrible.
But she's also had one or two kids now. I think they've had 2 kids now, hadn't they?
Well, I don't care how many they've had. It's just she does not look good at all.
Yeah, her face is a little bit skinnier.
So
I mean,
pretty.
she's not as full.
She's so pretty. She's just hard to look at now.
Yeah, it just depends. Like I said, that's a personal opinion on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
because I like her
back in the day, and then you look at her now, and
I know she doesn't look as healthy as she did back in the day. I agree
exactly. I almost didn't recognize her when I started watching wrestling, and I'm like,
I was the same way with Charlotte Flair, because when Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bailey, and Sasha Banks, which Sasha Banks, quite frankly, she could go at one time, but now I'm sitting there getting madder watching how she is being completely wasted in the places that she's at now. Because anyway, those 4, when they come up from NXT into the main roster, they didn't look anything like they do now. Of course, Charlotte Flair's had probably 2 boob jobs or some crap like that, and has tattoos out the yin yang up and down her sides and stuff. And she probably got wore out by Andrade, because Andrade was married to her for a few years. So anyway, it's just one of those things that she couldn't get anybody to want to work with her either, because she had the reputation already. You know what I mean?
Well, I know there for a while, Charlotte didn't have the best ring reputation.
No, she would take, I won't say take liberties, but she was kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
She needed the right dance partner.
She definitely
exactly. Yeah. And what she's doing right now with Alexa Bliss is gold. I mean, they play off each other so well.
Well, she's gotten a lot better than she was when she was back. What was it, TNA or something like that?
Who's that?
Charlotte, when she first started, and she was in
NXT. You mean
NXT?
No,
yeah.
No.
She was never in. She was never in TNA. She's always been.
No, she hadn't always been in WWE. The first time I saw her was it TNA? Yeah, it had to be TNA.
I don't think she was ever in any of those, actually. She's always been NXT.
No. Look it up. So I'm trying to find.
Yeah. She joined the development in WWE in 2012. Has been there ever since.
No, she started with NXT.
That's what I'm saying. The development.
Yeah.
Development division of NXT in 2012.
So, there's some chick, and I'm trying to find her.
And she looked good back in the day. She didn't even need all that surgery.
No, she didn't.
I know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It was so unnecessary. She looked fine. Hey, Mike's right 100%. Mike's right. Trish Stratus still at 53 or 54 she is right now. Looks better than a lot of them out there running the circuits now.
Oh, yeah,
honestly.
Absolutely.
She's still, knockout pretty.
I'll tell you who I can't stand. I can't even stand to watch, and that's Dominic Mysterio.
And he just won the AAA Mega Championship at Worlds Collide yesterday.
And I'm like, I don't even want to watch. You're not even entertaining. I don't even want to watch you.
See, and that's the thing. You're saying that, but everybody else is I shouldn't say it. He is one of those that the heel is so good that everybody wants him to hate.
People keep calling him the next Eddie Guerrero.
He's not.
He's not going to be that. But I tell you what, he has learned how to play the crowd like a lot of people haven't. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't. But he's one of those wrestlers that just, you know, he
Oh
was
my
like
God.
Miz was for
No
me.
Poncho. No Poncho. You're
Miz,
not knocked out pretty.
he just got on my nerves, and I wanted to turn the show off.
Well,
You
and
know?
that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to get you pissed off at everything, and
Not to the point to where I want to turn the show off and watch.
see,
Yeah, you want to keep watching to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah, see, I don't
will
even want to
say-
do that.
but I will suggest to you that you're in the very, very, very minority of that, because a lot of people like him now.
Well, that's fine.
He's still a heel.
Good for them.
No, I'm just So he's
Um,
doing better than a lot of now. That's what we talk about. You know, like the way wrestling evolves. You know, type thing. He's
Right.
one of them. And then you turn around, and you got Logan Paul. I know nobody likes Logan Paul. I know nobody wants to. Logan Paul has done stuff in that ring and done stuff that I now have to respect, because he's gone out and he's done the jobs with people. He's put in the work. He didn't come up through the indies or everything like everybody else, but he's got such an athletic ability that's just fun to watch.
Well,
it really is.
That's just it. I don't take nothing away from Mysterio's athletic
No.
ability. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just pisses you off.
Character gets on my nerves so much I don't even want to watch it.
Kind of like the way I used to feel about Superstar Billy Graham.
I was the same way with the Miz.
Yeah,
No.
he was obnoxious. That was it.
What do you think about Liar Valkyra?
I don't like her. I don't care for her. I think she's sloppy. I think she is.
I didn't think so. I didn't think she was.
I didn't think so at first, but the last 3 or 4 matches I've watched, it's been. I could take it or leave it. I think she's gotten sloppy. I enjoy her during the NXT run she had, because it was crisp, it was sharp, but I think it also has to do with some of the people she was working with versus what she's having to work with now.
Right.
I mean, Lynch, I hate to say it like this, Lynch can sell with the best of them, though. I mean, but she didn't sell very well for Valkyria.
Mike says Chris and Eddie were hands down the best technical wrestlers back in the day. They could genuinely entertain a crowd with straight wrestling.
Nah, I'm straight up D. Malenko with that.
I will tell you somebody that I do like watching, and that's Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she's the total package right there.
I love watching her.
Yeah.
One, I think she's gorgeous and sexy, but and I like her character. You know?
Yeah, her character's great right now.
Yeah.
And you know, she's one of them that kind of like the way Jacob Fatu was, even though Jacob Fatu was the bad guy, you know, for a while before he became turned on Solo. Well, Solo's the same way. Those Samoan guys, they're up there being badasses and stuff, talking smack and stuff. They get out away from it, and these kids come up to them. They'll goof with them for a little bit, you know. They'll play with them. Jacob Fatu's he's a mark at heart. He sees somebody that he liked when he was a kid. He freaks out and gets autographs, you know. I'm like, that is something that's cool. So I don't know if he's hurt or not. I don't know why he's not been wrestling the last few weeks, but.
And that who's the chick with the long hair that uses it as a whip? Is that Naomi?
Oh, Bianca Belair. I hate that woman. Absolutely hate her. Reason being, she's just like Jade Cargill to me. Everything has to be in slow motion. If you don't set something up and help her get it, and the person with her has to help her get it set up.
She's got a lot of athletic gifts, but she can be sloppy in the ring.
Sloppy and no charisma. Yeah. You know where her claim to fame is? Her and her husband, Montez Ford. You know where their real claim to fame is? They were both on Survivor.
You know who should have been big but never took off was Lacey Evans. You know how they had her in there? She was, first of all, they brought her up too quick. She was green, right? So she was sloppy in the ring. They should have let her cook a little bit more. But they gave her that stupid ass Southern Belle gimmick when they should have had her. They should have had her like a military chick gimmick.
And then they did it.
She's she's like a real American hero.
Yeah, she like literally was an ex-Marine. You know, she was a tough girl.
They should have given her like a military. They should have made her like Captain America.
But once again, you said it right the first time. They brought her up because they wanted to shove somebody at Charlotte Flair quickly. She wasn't.
They
ready.
Brought her in on the sex appeal.
Yep.
They ignored everything about her that was great, that was made her like a compelling as a human being. They ignored all of that.
Yeah.
They gave her this cheesy ass Southern Belle gimmick from like the 80s.
Yeah, got Vince McMahon written all over it.
I mean, they could have done
Don't
so
worry
much
about
with
that
her.
anymore.
Nope, not right now anyway.
They even gave her like the wrong moveset, you know? Like she could have done better with a better moveset.
Well, they turned around and gave her the military gimmick, you know, with the Marine thing, and then let her get the blessing from Sergeant Slaughter to use the Cobra Clutch.
Well, that's kind of cool, though.
It was, but the crowd had already checked out on her by that point. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, man. She could have been so big.
They should have used the same formula with her as they did with Charlotte Flair, or even not even Charlotte Flair, but the oh God, we were just talking Becky Lynch, the man.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, because you know when she came up and was the man and everything. Well, now she can't really pull that off because you got Charlotte Flair.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, now the reason they started calling her the man.
Really disappointed. I'm really disappointed in watching, and that's Lacey Von. And I think I had Lacey Von Erich confused with Charlotte Flair.
Lacey doesn't do anything anymore. She was in TNA. She was in TNA.
Yeah. Okay, Mike's got a question for us. He's asking, what are your guys' opinions on Ronda Rousey's interview on Diary of a CEO where she called out Vince and the company?
I haven't watched it.
I've
watched bits and pieces, and quite frankly, she's sour grapes. She's sour grapes. I think
Ronda could have done better. I feel like her moveset, like her judo, it wasn't her MMA background. I feel like that made her a good wrestler. It was her judo background.
That's not the point.
Because there are a lot of elements in judo that make her good. The problem with Ronda was that she came in there expecting to be like a baby face, but she didn't know how to pivot. Because when the crowd was booing her, she should have just gone heel. She played the heel in her MMA days.
And she played the heel there too.
They kept trying to book her as a baby face, though.
Well, but they did the same thing with Roman Reigns. I mean, they shoved him down everybody's throat as a baby face, and they wasn't.
They weren't buying it.
Yeah,
they would not.
Well, the thing with Ronda though, you know, she came in as a baby face, because that was all hoopla and crap with The Rock and everybody else, you know.
Yeah,
right.
But after a while, when she started turning heel, and it was a slow turn, really, she started turning heel, you know. But toward the end of her second run, after she come back, she was full blown heel the second run.
Right.
When she came back, she was telling them that, and it was part of the interview that he's talking about. She didn't think that she should be losing to Alexa Bliss. She didn't think she should even be fighting Alexa Bliss because it wasn't a fair fight. Do you not understand what freaking wrestling is?
Well, see, but that's that's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was like, she had that attitude where I could walk into this ring and whoop anybody's ass here, and she was right,
100%. But that's not what it is.
But I know it's not. But see that's hard for these actual fighters that come into the the wrestling portion of it, because some of them
wasn't hard for Kurt Angle.
It's hard to turn that off because
it wasn't hard for Kurt Angle though.
Kurt Angle was special though. He was special. He was different.
Kurt Angle was 1 in a million.
Yeah, he was 1 in a million.
And it actually did take him.
I mean, like I was just thinking about this recently. Like, what an amazing career he's had, because he comes in as this lauded American hero for winning the gold medal, right?
Yep.
So you expect him to come in like Ronda Rousey did, right?
Right.
As like this unbeatable super athlete. He winds up being one of the most legendary comedic wrestlers in all of wrestling history. Who would have thunk
it? Out there. The best dork out there, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was the funniest wrestler ever. Like, who would have expected that out of Kurt Angle?
Where's it at?
He had the best segments. Like, his backstage segments were all gold.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was great on the mic. Like, a lot of these pro athletes who try to transition into wrestling, they just suck on the mic because that's not in their wheelhouse. It's not in their skill set.
I'm sitting here looking for it, and because I was hoping that somebody would pick up on it the other night, when I was wearing that little bitty cowboy hat on top of my head.
Yeah. Well, now, what was that? Mike's got another one down there, but like you talk about with Rhonda, though, I mean, she thought she was better than everybody, and she wanted to make sure that she. And I can't see nothing bad about her husband, because her and her husband, they actually took shots at that guy that jumped in the ring and tackled Bret Hart during that Hall of Fame induction of Jim Neidhart. That dickhead that jumped in the ring and stuff. As they're hauling him out, you got the FTR guys, or whatever you call them, the Revival at one time. They had the guy like this, and they're doing this stuff, and you got Ronda Rousey's husband behind him, holding the guy like that, jabbing him in the ribs. They're beating the crap out of this kid the whole way back. He ain't never going to jump in another ring again.
Yeah.
Well, now, speaking about that, what do you think about what's his face jacking that wrestler up? That guy.
Jackson's
Raja.
son.
Yeah.
Raja. Yeah. He needs to go to jail.
I don't know about that. Yeah, he's going to jail.
Yeah, he's going to jail. He needs to go to jail.
Okay, I got to ask this one though, real quick. Mike, you asked this one too. One more question. She did that armbar. Do you think she went full on, or that maybe that the company told her to not go full out? Which armbar are we talking about? We talking when she was actually using her finishing maneuver? Yeah, no, they're never going to let her go out and just break somebody's arm.
Well,
and
the thing
dislocate it.
what he's talking about is when she first started.
Yeah.
Is she may have went too far on when she first started.
Yeah.
And I think that was a learning curve for her, because I think they threw her in the ring too quick for that.
Because, yeah, 100%.
Because you have to learn to not hurt people, and in her career, she was trying to hurt people. And it's like I said earlier, that is a hard thing to turn off.
Well, yeah. Even when Vader said the same thing.
When you get in there, and especially if somebody messes up or you mess up and you get slapped or you get hurt, and that switch flips,
and you're a legit badass to start with.
Right. She could cripple somebody. Well, all of these, don't get me wrong, every one of these wrestlers, any of them that we're talking about, male, female, could legitimately hurt somebody. Okay. They're all just phenomenal freaking athletes. And that's what you have to remember. They do have training. Okay.
Yeah.
But these folks are not, there's a lot of them out there that are not actual fighters.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you had Haiku, and you had Dr. Steve Williams, Bradshaw Layfield, Booker T, that type of crap, Undertaker, those type that they can throw down in a bar fight.
Oh yeah, 100%
hurt somebody. But you got folks like, Kurt Angle too, because he ever got a hold of you and wanted to turn it on, it was done.
Oh yeah, he turned you into a pretzel without thinking twice.
Absolutely. That's why, the whole thing when what was that guy's name that came out of the MMA and got cocky with him, and
that was Daniel Pooter.
Yeah.
Daniel Pooter did that. They're Tough Enough.
Yeah. And Angle put him in his place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He tried to sucker Angle is what he tried to do. That was a bad thing.
Yeah.
So
but there's some of these folks that, when you get cheap shotted, and that's what I consider what Raj fella did.
Yeah.
When, and have y'all heard the recordings of him standing at ringside?
Yeah. I saw that.
I hadn't heard a whole lot about him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking.
He was planning about it the whole time, right?
Yeah.
He's talking to this guy next to him and telling him, "I'm going to jack this guy up. I'm done with this shit." And I mean, and he went in there to purposely hurt this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You see that in the tape, though.
And he didn't do nothing but cheap shot him. Now you put that wrestler one-on-one, and he's ready for it, it wouldn't have went down like it did.
No.
Ross may have came out on top, but it wouldn't have went down like he did. Like it did.
And
because
quite frankly, I don't think.
When he picked him up, slammed him on the mat, he was unconscious.
Yeah, and then he proceeded to beat him after he was unconscious. But
right,
you know,
you're talking about somebody. He broke facial bones. He knocked out most of his teeth. You know, I mean, he was
somebody
way
said something about. Yeah, somebody said something about when he earlier in the day when they did the beer can spot, right?
Yeah,
and I'm looking at it. He quote unquote hit him with the beer can. I'm sitting there looking at it. Well, he crushed the beer can before it really got to his head anyway.
Oh yeah,
to make it spew. And I'm sitting there watching that. I'm like, you're telling me that he hit you with a worked beer can for the most part, and that was enough to flip. Of course, the other guy didn't have. There was another guy who was supposedly egging him on too. And now I'm hearing about things about him that he kind of pushed him to get the receipt in the ring. You know, that ain't way you get a receipt. Not like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like, what was it?
Yeah, he should go to jail.
Oh,
the best receipt one I could think of was when Brock Lesnar was in the ring and Braun Strowman got a little stiff with him or whatever, and they started going at, and Brock let him have it on one, you know, but it wasn't the whole way, but he let him have it on one, let him know, don't you fuck with me no more.
Well, see, that was something that Andre the Giant was famous for.
Oh yeah,
you know,
he hated Bad News Brown too.
You did not. Well, flat out, you didn't win the match unless he wanted you to.
Period.
Doesn't matter. I mean, this is how it was. You know, Hulk Hogan was scared to death to get in the ring with him because he didn't know if he was going to go with the gig. You know,
they're never going to go over or not.
Yeah. Yep. And because Andre kind of passed the torch to Hulk Hogan in that match. Now, a lot of people talk about, Hulk Hogan was the first one to slam. No, he wasn't.
Not even close.
No.
There's a lot of people that
Harley Race did. Kamala did.
Andre the Giant. Big John Studd did. You know, I mean, but he didn't like Big John Studd.
Oh, it was because he thought John Studd was disrespecting him when he stepped over the rope.
Yeah, he was a bully. He disrespected him.
Yeah.
You know? But I wish Andre the Giant was alive today. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do see a lot of these wrestlers that are really paying respect to these older guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I would have liked to have seen that happen. But it was but I do think this. I think they had him in the ring way too long because he couldn't even walk to the damn ring.
Hardly, yeah.
Well, he couldn't because
that's
why the last thing he did, they rode that man lift because he couldn't walk all the way to the ring.
Not in that situation at that point, no. He couldn't.
If you watch the match, he's leaning on the ropes, he can barely stand up, you know?
Yeah. But he went for another year and a half after that too, though.
He did. I mean,
which he should have never done.
No, not at all. You know, not at all. And I've heard stuff about his daughter. I don't know if she's going to get into the business or not, but I don't know. But I'd like to go see his ranch down here in Texas. That'd be cool.
Who's Andre's?
Yeah,
I thought his ranch was in Tennessee.
No, I thought it was in Texas.
Either way, I'm with you though. I want to go see it because the way I understand it, his daughter's still running it and keeping it up. So that's all cool. But either way, you know, I saw there was a WWE thing where they go find the treasures or whatever. They were trying to find some of the Andre the Giant memorabilia, and they went down there and they talked to his daughter, and they had gotten a couple of things. And Mark Henry and Big Show, Paul White, that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Henry, and dude, I'm telling you this, Dave, Mark Henry is one of my favorites of all time because of his passion for the business, but his passion to take care of people in the business too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he got his hands on some stuff that was Andre's. He started crying because he considered Andre the trailblazer to make people like him and Paul White where they were today. You know?
Oh, well, and there's no lie, no doubt about it.
And I just, that's one of those things. I just loved everything that, especially later on in his career. Mark Henry was just a beast. Just plain and simple. You didn't screw with Mark Henry.
Right.
He was at the Andre level where if he didn't want you to win or he wasn't told to let you win, you weren't winning. Because if he got hold of you, you're screwed.
Right.
Well, guys, I mean, we've gone over an hour and a half. Man, that was fast.
And we didn't even tell who our favorite wrestlers were.
So
that's the time.
Okay. Her Andre the Giant's daughter, which is Robin Christian Rusimov. Okay.
Yeah.
She is a wrestler and she's an actress. She's
is she wrestling now?
Evidently. She's the only child of Andre the Giant. She is she's 5'11" and 220 pounds.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a big woman.
Yeah, and she could probably go. Well, I don't know what kind of training she has, but she's probably a little bit older now. I mean, he would be probably what he died at 42 and 92 or 93. So yeah, you're talking about he's in his 70s by now, just about. If he was still alive.
Yeah.
That's a big girl. Yeah, she's older, but yeah, she's 46.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I doubt
anyway
anymore, but.
Oh yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't remember her wrestling before to start with. I remember her being it, but I didn't know she'd actually started wrestling at one time or not. So.
See, I didn't either. She didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I guess, but.
I think it's cool that she's kind of embraced the memory though, and kind of. At one point, the way I understood, she didn't want anything to do with it, but.
Well, I don't really blame her. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they, like so many other. I'm not a Vince McMahon fan.
I recognize what he did, but yeah, I'm with you.
I don't. I never have been, really. Never have been, because, you know, I thought it was so hypocritical of, back in I don't know I can't remember what position she's holding now, but when Trump's first election, he had Linda McMahon running the Small Business Bureau or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah,
you made a freaking living out of crushing small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how you made your millions or billions.
Yep.
And then you put, I lost a lot of respect for the McMahons at that point. I really did.
Well, because she had already failed as a run for senator in Massachusetts at that point.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. But yeah, and now you see her today. She's the Secretary of Education, and you look at her, and I'm like, who the hell did your makeup and your faceless? Because you look like if you get near a flame, you're going to melt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's like ridiculous, but neither here nor there. I mean, that's, and it was North Carolina where Andre's, what do you call it that?
Was it? His ranch was there?
Yeah, it's North Carolina. Cool. I couldn't remember if it was Tennessee or North Carolina. I just remember them going there, and I was like, that's just so cool, because all the documentaries, you know, you had Tim White, who used to be a caretaker with him and stuff like that. The old referee, he would talk about it being there and everything. But anyway, yeah. Now, I got to look, now that we're finishing this up, I got to look and find what Queen of the Ring that came out earlier this year or late last year, whatever it was. Queen of the Ring about Mildred Burke. It's out there. I've got to find it. And I don't know where it's at.
I plan on watching that too. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, I looked it up. Primitive War is coming out on streaming October 3rd.
Oh, nice.
So we gotta watch it. We gotta do a movie review podcast.
Primitive War.
Primitive War.
Primitive War. What is that?
It's another.
It's the movie that we didn't know we needed, but we got.
It's another
kind of like K-pop Demon Hunters, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, I all I know is I want to see the one, because I was caught off guard really by Queen of the Villains or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually caught off guard by that, and I was like, oh my god, I know who this is about. I know who we're talking about. And when they made Bull Nakano, I was like, oh my god, they made Bull Nakano. I'm good. I was like, that made me go back into tape trading days of the 80s. I mean, really, it did.
We gotta do an episode on that scene one of these days. But yeah, guys,
where she becomes Nakano.
Yeah. But yeah, let's call this a wrap, gentlemen. I kind of want to get back to Baldur's Gate 3 before bed.
He wants to play games, and I want to go to bed, period.
Well, I got, in 15 minutes, I'm going on with Monica to talk about hinky stuff going on in Oregon. So, you know.
Oh, Monica's on tonight? Okay. I might just pop in the chat.
She's taking 10 o'clock slot.
All right, folks.
After she pushed me and threatened me and made sure I was going to tell me I was going to get pinched if I didn't get out of the way. So
I want to play my goddamn video games, goddamn it. Y'all are getting in my way. You're getting in my way of my adventuring time.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anyway.
All right.
So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back same time next week discussing more sports and wrestling and stuff. Tex.
That's it.
You're always welcome back on,
Thank
please. You. It's always good to have you here.
Thanks,
we'll abuse you. We don't care. Come on. We'll abuse you.
Yeah, feel free to just pop in anytime because it's just sports talk and we need all the people, because I don't know sports, so I need someone to help carry it with Randy.
And as a heads up, we probably won't be on next week because, like I said, y'all are all going to be at the
oh yeah, because we're going to be doing stuff.
So, but at the week after that, for this show from now on, you're going to see a ticker down at the bottom. I want to try and have all the sports scores lined up, ready to go for the ticker at the bottom every week. So that way, anytime y'all have a question, you just keep watching the ticker. It'll give you the answer.
Cool. All right, y'alls. Let's hit the button.
I'm hitting the button, and away we go. See ya.
Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of Three Falls. Donny and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even knows which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the USA.